up gamers? Hey, once again, thanks again for tuning in to the Game of Rebirth DL channel. So today we're going to back up our activation files. Perhaps, and hopefully not, you happen to deactivate your Vita, or maybe it crashes and you might need to restore it, or by any reason you might need your activation files in the future. So as some of you know, that Sony did some updates as usual, trying to make our lives difficult. It kind of did of what our 3.61 and 3.63 gamers are going through. They're not able to access the PSN and activate their PlayStation Vita. So I wanted to do this video for the longest, and I think it's really important, at least just to keep our files safe if maybe in the future we might need them. First of all, do not log into the PSN, since some have reported that Sony has been nuking activation data. So basically you log in and then they'll just deactivate your PlayStation Vita or something happens with it. Also, the PlayStation 3 activation method does not work for now. Now for those who cannot get the Vita activated, I know that there's some other hacks out there so that you can activate that PlayStation Vita. I haven't done a video on it. I don't really recommend it, so it's up to you if you want to follow those steps. But what I would recommend is to wait. The Flow will release adrenaline where activation is not needed. So there's some hope for all our gamers on 3.60. Now avoid connecting again to the PlayStation Network. Plus you can even download games anyways. Don't even try it because you might get your activation corrupted. Back up any official games that you have to your computer with QCMA so that you can use them later on. So keep it on this current firmware. It is really important. So we move on to the PC. Now we're going to go ahead and create a new folder. Now you can see my notepad. I'm gonna name this folder PS Vita Fat Activation Files 3.60. You can name it however you want. And then I'm going to create a folder within it called TM0 or TMO. Remember when I say O, it's 0, so TMO. And then within that folder, we're going to do npdrm. Okay. And then with the PlayStation Vita, we're going to get that file. So now that we have those two folders ready, we're going to create another folder called BD0. Okay, so video or BD0, and then we're going to create a new one within that one called registry. Okay, so now we have the system. We're going to look for system.dreg and system.ireg with the PlayStation Vita. And then for our last folder, it's not needed, but I would highly recommend it, called URO. And then we access URO, and within it we create a new folder called user. And then we do another folder 00. Once again, we access that folder and we create another one called np. And then we're going to get myprofile.dat file. It's not needed, but it's needed if you want to remote play, even if you cannot use the PlayStation Network. Of course, the source wololo.net. I'll go ahead and leave this in the description, how to properly back up your PlayStation Vita's activation files. So in wololo.net, they're using FTP client, but we don't really need that. We can just use our PlayStation Vita. So really important note here that we have: if you have multiple PlayStation Vitas or PS TVs, you have to repeat the process for every console, even if they're on the same account. Keep backups of your files on an external media or in a safe place. It's really important. We might need them in the future. So there you have it, guys. Really important to keep those files safe. So now we connect our PlayStation Vita to the PC with Vita shell via USB, and then we're going to copy our folder to the root of our PlayStation Vita. And the reason I created those folders, additional folders, is so that if we ever need them, we can go ahead and remember where those files go. Okay, so now we move on to the PlayStation Vita. You can see I had it connected via USB. Now I'm going to go to UXO so you guys can see that my folder is in there. Now I don't have no files within it just yet, so I'm gonna go and look for TMO npdrm, and I'm gonna get that act.dat file. You can see npdrm. I'm going to go ahead and access it, press X, and then I'm going to press triangle so that I can go ahead and copy that file. So then I press the circle, and I go back to UXO, and I insert that file or paste it under my TMO npdrm, and then we just click triangle and paste. There we have it. We're 1/3 of the way. So now we go back. Now we're going to get our file system.dreg and system.ireg. So we go to VDO, registry, and then we have those two files. We can press square so we can highlight them both, then triangle. I'm gonna go ahead and copy. We press OK, and then we go to our folder in UXO. And then we go to our VDO or VD0 folder and paste. Now that we have pasted that information in our VD0 folder, we're going to look for our last file, which is the myprofile.dat. We go to UR0, we go to user, then the 00 np, and then we're gonna select my profile.dat file. So we click the triangle, and then we'll go ahead and copy. Okay, so we're almost done here. So we go back to our UXO folder, and then we're going to paste it under our URO, user 00, the NP, and triangle and paste. There we have it, guys. We have our files ready so that we can go ahead and save them and keep them safe. Okay, so we move on to the computer. You guys can see my files. Now there are my files. You guys can see a quick review that all the files that I searched for are in there. So now I'm gonna copy that folder and paste it in my desktop or wherever you want to save it as. So just to give you another example, all the files are in there. So it's really important, guys, to keep these files safe. Once again, we might need them in the future. So guys, if it helped, remember to hit like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. As always, Gamer Rebirth out.